Hello, welcome. This is the Resident Rooster. I'm back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today I'll be showcasing Atlantean Mermails post Rising Rampage. I'm not sure what the ban list will look like by the time that we get this set, but I do know that Atlantean Mermail is a rogue deck, so there shouldn't be really any cards on this list that will get hit. There are some alternatives that you can change in this deck list, which I'll go over shortly, but for the most part this deck list you see here is pretty standard. There were only a couple of cards that I saw from Rising Rampage that you can add to this deck to make it a little bit better. So in these replays, they're all going first. I already showed a lot of videos in the past where the Atlantean Mermails go second, so I just decided to devote a going first Mermail build. The objective of this deck is pretty much to stun your opponent going first, and if your opponent doesn't establish a board or break your board, you're able to come back and just OTK them. So some of the new cards that we got from the Rising Rampage are like the Tenyi cards. These Tenyi cards, they're all different attributes, so for this particular one, since Mermail is a water deck, I play the water 1. It's a level 4, so it's a free special summon too. It's similar to a Photon Thrasher for lights, but this is for water. And then for the extra deck, we got one new card, which was the Apollousa, Bow of the Goddess. This card is pretty easy to make. It only requires 2 monsters with different names. But you're most likely going to be making this with 4 monsters, that way you're able to get 4 negates. It doesn't destroy the monster, but it does negate the effect. It's not the best card to go turn 1, since if your opponent just outs it, then you're left with nothing. But if your opponent doesn't break your board and you make this card, you usually win most of the times. Some cards that I didn't run in this deck was the Mermaid, but the Mermaid will be a good bonus for this deck since you're able to get another body on board, and as well as triggering your water monster's effect off of the Mermaid. You have a lot of good water monsters to discard with Mermaid, like the Nether Abyss, the Heavy Infantry, the Marksman, and the Dragoons. All of these cards, when you discard them, you'll get the additional pluses off of the water monsters itself. You don't necessarily need to run like the whole Orcus engine if you want to play the Mermaid. It's mainly to get an extra body on board to trigger your water monsters effect, and possibly if you do have room to play the Ningirsu to just clear that extra body on board, that way you can just go for the OTK. And for the Nightmare target, you could probably take out one Silent Angler. I applied the Silent Angler to make the Abyss Dweller and the Abyss Salacia a little bit easier. So again, this deck list is pretty standard. Feel free to make any changes, and let's get around to the replays. That's it for the Yu-Gi-Oh video. Enjoy it, please leave a like. If you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh content, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and have a great day.